A proven threat in the Grand Tours, Alberto Contador has had good preparation for this year's Tour de France. Notably, the early season wins in Tirreno Adriatico and the Tour of the Basque Country has set the Spaniard up perfectly for his assault on finishing on the Champs-Élysées or in the Maillot Jaune.
Well, of course, it makes you confident. As you say, in Tirreno and the Basque Country, I was able to win. And the rest of the time I was second, so that makes you very confident. You realise that everything's working out properly. And it's the same that we've done before on the Tour. Without any doubt, it gives you more confidence than last year.
Much of the talk of late has been the highly anticipated battle with 2013 champion Team Sky's Chris Froome. But for Alberto Contador, it's about doing the small things correctly. He believes in thorough preparation, making sure that everything is working perfectly.
The psychological battle with Froome? I think that's something totally secondary. It's more important that your own legs are working properly. Each race is different, each moment is different, and the circumstances are different. Yes, he did a different training program last year because of some circumstances. But, well, he's been very strong in almost all the competitions which he's been in. And that's why, for me, he remains one of the absolute favourites for the Tour de France. He knows how to prepare himself very well, even though he doesn't compete that much.
The first 10 days of the Tour are important, but the real battle for the overall victory will lie in the Pyrenees and then the final time trial.
The first 10 days are meant to be very important. The race will take place in the Alps, of course. But probably they'll be less hard than the Pyrenees this year. So I believe that the Pyrenees will make the biggest difference. And then it's the final individual time trial. But first of all, we'll have to see what the situation's like in the individual classification in order to give it the importance that it deserves. It's true that they are 54 kilometres, so the differences could be big. But the end of the race depends a lot on your strength, and not only if you're a specialist.
With stage 10 set to be the first of the big mountain tests in this year's Tour, and with 4 Category 1 climbs to conquer, this will be a chance for Contador to unleash his signature attacking style and to see a shake-up in the overall GC.
I think the 10th stage will show for the first time the condition of each main candidate for the individual classification. So I expect that to be very demanding. Then we have 2 very important stages in the Alps. They will certainly be hard, but the real judge of the main protagonists will be the Pyrenees, with 3 very hard stages in a row. And I would highlight above all the others the stage that ends at Playa d'Et. I think that will be the standout stage on the Tour de France.
It's not only Chris Froome who Contador sees as a threat. There are a small handful of other contenders who could still surprise on the Tour this year.
Well, speaking right now, before the race, yes, the main opponents for me would be Nibali, Froome, Valverde, Joaquin Rodriguez, Van der Broek. And also there are some young cyclists like Talansky and Van Garderen who could make a great performance and pull a few surprises. But I think the real fight for victory will be within a small group of veterans who know the Tour inside out.
But his desire to win and to succeed in the most difficult of races is what motivates Alberto Contador.
It's precisely that toughness that motivates me the most. The enormous difficulty just to have the chance of victory. Every cyclist around the world, in the last 15 or 20 generations, the very best cyclists, the top-level riders, want to win it. And at the end, it's you who gets the victory. In the end, that's what motivates me most. Such a difficult challenge, fighting for it, working so hard to get it. That is the main motivation for me.